Amy Duggar posts revealing bikini pic, probably gives Jim Bob a heart attack. Hey guys, my name is Julie, nice to see you on my channel. Amy Duggar has never been one to follow the rules. And since she comes from a family with a whole lot of rules, Amy's rebellious nature has created quite a bit of friction over the years. The most ridiculous rules that Amy and her cousins were expected to follow growing up had to do with their attire. Yes, folks, we're talking once again about the infamous Duggar dress code. As you're probably aware, Duggar women are expected to dress in modest attire at all times, so as to avoid stirring up any sinful ideas in the menfolk. This means that even while playing sports or engaging in other outdoor activities, Duggar ladies are expected to cover up. And if you've ever seen Jill Duggar modeling swimwear, you know the rules apply on pool and beach days, as well. So you can imagine Jim Bob Duggar's surprise when his rebellious niece Amy shared the photo above in her Instagram stories this week. The pic shows Amy hanging out with her friend Julie Smithson when they were both in their early 20s. Obviously, it was a throwback, which means the mother of one has been violating the Duggar dress code for much longer than we realized. Pool days and stargazing, talking about boys were the days, Amy captioned the pic. Life has changed in the best way. Well, Amy's life might have changed in the best way, but the same certainly cannot be said of her famous family. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon to get video updates. We probably don't need to tell you about the Josh CP scandal, but suffice it to say, the Duggars are not having a great year. Thankfully, Josh is behind bars for a very long time. And Amy is probably very happy that she cut ties with the problematic branch of her family well before Josh was convicted. These days, Amy doesn't seem overly concerned with the strict rules that still define life for so many of her cousins. And as the throwback pic reminds us, she's been pushing back against her overbearing uncle for well over a decade. In fact, whether fans were aware of it or not, Amy has probably been subtly rebelling against Jim Bob for her entire life. When Amy celebrated the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, many were upset with the unpleasant reminder that she's still an ultra-conservative evangelical Christian with some very backward ideas. Amy grew up with a lot of harmful ideas, and no doubt she's internalized quite a few of them. But the important thing is that she's growing in the right direction and criticizing her family from the inside. Perhaps now that the criticism is coming from one of their own, Jim Bob and company will pay attention. But more than likely, they'll continue to keep their heads buried in the sand and perpetuate the culture of abuse that enabled Josh to get away with so much for so long.